I guess we can kind of, do you want to do TV or stadium experience first?
Well, you saw the stadium first. Let's go there. Let's do
Okay,
your
okay.
chronology.
I'll
Stadium
do
and
the
TV.
okay, stadium and TV. Okay. So those ribbon boards, we can't see them where we sit. But there is a ribbon board from about the like 10 to 20 yard line, home sideline, northern end zone. Um, that you will assumedly be able to see on TV, but it wasn't on Saturday. Uh, but there's so many people standing there,
Oh, that's true too.
you're not gonna be able to see it. Like there's that many people on the sidelines that you're not gonna be able to see it. So I thought that was interesting. Um, so far, my initial takeaway on the season is the Beaver Stadium experience in some ways feels different, and better, and in some ways his hasn't really improved. I think the main disappointment was the Wi-Fi situation. Um, the Wi-Fi is very fast underneath the stadium. It is like almost not almost as fast. We have pretty fast internet here, but like faster than some people's houses' internet I've experienced. Um, and then in the arena, it doesn't work at all, and I feel like that misses the whole point of fixing the Wi-Fi. Um, and I think. Like obviously you could sit there and say, well, you shouldn't be on your phone during the game, but you want to take pictures, you want to text people, let them know where they are, like let other people so that they can talk to you. Hey, I'm gonna go get drinks. Do you want this drink or that food? Like, etc. That was disappointing to me to for them to kind of tout that and then for it to not work. I think that was one. Um, the ribbon board experience is fine. Like there's a lot of ads, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I thought they integrated them nicely. I am happy to see out of town scores, but as I wrote, like needs to be the font size needs to be improved. Um, you cannot see them from the like if you're looking across the field, there you cannot. And I have contacts in, so it's not like I don't have clear vision. And then same thing with the scoreboard itself. I think it's just a little too busy with the new. They made it look like the rock walls, like down
Hmm.
at the tunnel, which I think is a great touch. I think it just needs some sort of pop to the numbers, maybe some drop shadow, something graphically to improve that. And I think it will be a nice touch. It just needs to be a little bit bigger because you're looking up, trying to glance and see that there. I think like I said, I was impressed. The other thing I wasn't very impressed by was the like branding experience around. So they've got all these stadium stuff, they've got all this like signage, etc. The food vendors are not the ones that you would see like at a county fair anymore. They're like actual very nice stands with like the matching branded font and logo. It looks nice and looks clean, looks professional. It doesn't necessarily improve my experience, but it at least makes it better. So that's like I would give Saturday an overall B. Like I think a solid B, a solid like 84%.
Okay, that's good. Well, you had me. You had me at. It's not a county fair anymore, so I'm looking forward to my experience when I do go in of stuff being a little more polished and whatever else. So I think for the money people are spending, we've talked about that before. That's kind of the expectation, right? This is what I'm going to get. So, and I even saw, I don't know if you wrote it or somebody's comments to it or somebody else said, even a touch like, was it the north end zone where they added some porta potties, right? So people don't have to walk
Mhm.
all the way to whatever. Just some things like that that aren't a crazy expense, aren't hard to do, and you're thinking about making it easier for the fans in some ways. And plus, get in and get back out and watch the game.
Right.
Go do whatever you need to do and get back. So,
I think my biggest issue with the food experience is I appreciate the increased number, and I love the fact that beer sales aren't holding up food sales, so to speak.
mhm.
Like you can go get your beer separately from your other food. But it is a little annoying if you want something besides water that is non-alcoholic. And like I said, I don't drink during games. I get too anxious during a game to drink. Plus, usually I have to drive after the game, so I don't really feel like dealing with that. Um, so I think it would be nice if to get like they've got this giant Pepsi deal. It's apparently renewed or whatever. It's apparently back. Get some bottled sodas in there. It's not hard. I don't think it. I think it would be a beneficial thing. Um, but yeah, I think those are kind of my main highlights and points. I think the there will be I'm interested to see what it's like. Everything's like fully operational come Ohio State, UCLA, even of what that experience is like. I'm I don't know. The one thing I am anxious about is the number of like they really went all in on the ribbon boards, and I know we joke about that, but like there's going to be three ribbon boards that you can see if you sit in the north end zone from in the south end zone, and there's a lot of ads, a lot of stuff going on there that I don't know if they need that many ads. They
No, I think
could,
people are looking at a lot of different stuff, right? It's kind of like Bloomberg TV, 30 years ago used to be like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on now. But people with phones and TVs and whatever else and are used to looking at multiple screens and different
right.
focal points. So I think that'll be okay. And I think the white, when they go white out, right? Like all those things will be white. It'll probably really lighten the place
Mhm.
up. And yeah, well, good 84. Good for you. Good for them.
Yeah, good.
Nice start.
Solid 84.